Both end in I-O. And I-O is one of the moons of Jupiter. Have fun trying to figure out whatever the that means. I-O, I-O. It's the Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
About 6 minutes from now, another keyword to go fund to yourself. It's $1,000 attached to every one of those. No reason you can't put that in your pocket. So I'll have that for you shortly. We're going to get to Perez Bilton's hot celebrity goss a little later on in the show. We're going to have Alter Ego passes for you. 510 rather, is when I'll hand off another trip to L.A. It's mid-January. It's not far off. And it is our annual alternative festival. It's at the Kia Forum in L.A. It's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's Jack White. It's Muse, Fall Out Boy, Phoenix, many, many more. So you and a friend will fly you out, put you up, give you $1,000. So 510 on this show all this week. But you can win with Rover. You can win with Stansbury. Just keep your ears peeled for those. Cavaliers will play tomorrow night. They're hoping to break their losing streak. Whether or not they will do it against the first-place Bucks, who knows? But they're going to try. So tomorrow night, 8 o'clock here on MMS. Cavs, Bucks in Milwaukee on the Buzzard. I was reading about how, you know who Larsa Pippen is?
Yeah.
She's kind of a socialite. I don't know if she's done reality television or what, but she's Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. And she's dated a lot of people in the interim. She's pushing 50, but she looks good. You know, she's pretty foxy. And the rumor is that she is dating Michael Jordan's son.
Not even a rumor. It's confirmed.
Man, you know, Pippen and Jordan famously are not the best of friends. You know, that was no secret. It was kind of driven home in that Michael Jordan 30 for 30. Scottie Pippen doesn't think that he gets nearly enough credit for his contributions to the championship Bulls. His thought is, Jordan couldn't have done it without me. And he's probably right.
And he didn't do it without him.
Right.
Pippen was there for every single one.
Yep, he was. And then I think Scottie went to the Blazers or something. He kind of finished. He left, got paid for a couple of years.
Yeah,
and,
he went to, I think he went, where'd he go?
I thought he went to Portland.
Portland and then the Rockets.
So Larsa Pippen, who is 48, is dating 31-year-old Michael Jordan Jr. Oh, I'm sorry, Marcus Jordan.
Yeah.
Who is, of course, the son of Michael Jordan.
He is a sneaker guy. He's got a show or a room, a store called Trophy Room.
Mm-hmm.
And they do collaborations with Jordan and high fashion type stuff.
Now, the super fun part of this story is that Larsa Pippen used to babysit him.
Oh, come on.
You know, I don't recall, when I was a kid, my parents didn't go out very often, so it wasn't like we had babysitters all the time. But I do remember on a couple of occasions having a babysitter. I remember one female babysitter, and I remember one male babysitter. I don't even know how common male babysitters were then in the late 70s, and I certainly don't think they're that common now. It seems to be largely the domain of just young girls babysitting. I don't know why that is, but I do remember we had a male babysitter for a stretch, a guy named Peter. And he was always trying to give me a bath. I don't know what that was. Nevertheless,
You know what
all
it was.
I know is, because when you're a kid, you think that your babysitter is like 40.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
You're
they're
like
probably
13.
13 years old. Yeah, like Gwen babysat when she was younger, and she's like, it's amazing the people who would let a 12 or 13-year-old girl watch their kids.
Yeah. I did it for the kids across the street.
Did you?
They were like 3 and 6, and I was like 12. And they would, you know, it was never for anything long, a couple hours if they had to go to the grocery store, go to dinner or something like that.
Just make sure they don't die.
Right. That's
Yeah.
really all it is.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to put them to bed. You don't have to do anything. Just, you have to feed them. They're all ready to go. Just
Yeah.
I'd
watch a
kids
movie.
for families in the church from time to time. Like I would be a babysitter. And it was just because they were out of options.
Yeah.
And so they're like,
See, I was a person.
Bill's available. So and then my parents would volunteer me and be like, hey, you're babysitting the Griffin's kids tonight. So go over there and But they also, this family in particular had 2 like high energy boys.
Like Nimrod and
So,
Nimtod?
yeah, so they liked that I would go over there and wear them out.
Yeah, rough them up and play. And
Yeah. I would just take them into the backyard and be like, okay, go. And, they're like, go where? I'm like, just go. And they just run around and jump. I'm like, all right, now we got to do jump. Now I got to get down on the ground and then get back up off the ground. And you just keep them busy.
You really put them through the ringer. Wear them out.
Yeah, they just needed to move.
Would
They had a
parents
lot of
pay?
energy.
Would parents pay a premium for children that were ready to go to sleep when they got home?
not to me, no.
Because, you know, the stereotype of the babysitter is the kids are running around and she's watching TV. You know, back in the day, it was like she's calling her friends on the landline.
Boyfriend
now she's on her
over.
phone. Yeah, whatever. Well, Larsa and Scottie Pippen were married for almost a quarter century, and they have 4 kids together. And since then, they've been divorced for a few years, and since then she's dated her way through a string of rappers and whatever. I think she was banging Tristan Thompson for a hot minute. I mean, the law of averages would stand to reason that she did. What?
That was actually before he got with Chloe. It's rumored that Chloe was introduced to Tristan by Larsa.
Larsa Pippen.
So she had him before.
Yeah. So it stands to reason that she and Scottie Pippen probably have kids the same age as Marcus Jordan. So who knows? Maybe these two, maybe he's the one. Maybe Michael Jordan's kid is the true love that Larsa Pippen has been looking for. It is crazy, though, how all these, like, wags and socialites, they all look exactly the same. They all look like Kim Kardashian. They all have, it's like Westworld. They just made one over and over and over again. And even if you weren't made like that, that's the template. That's what everybody aspires to look like. Make me look like Kim Kardashian. All of her sisters did it. Her mom tried to do it.
It's the Hollywood look.
It is now. But imagine, but it wasn't for a long time. Imagine being the OG for the Hollywood look. And that's Kim Kardashian.
I think that's why she gets so mad when people like imitate her look. Like that's why Kanye.
Yeah, she made fun of her own sisters in her SNL monologue.
Yeah.
For just that, and she should. Because she's kind of like the whatever her doctor did for her and to her, and what she continues to do to keep herself in that shape is it's flawless. It's utterly flawless. Flawless.
But it's problematic though. It
without
looks good.
flaws.
Okay.
Sans flaws. No flaws to be found, whether she's got makeup on or not. You want to see Kylie with no makeup? Holy cow. You want to see Kim with no makeup? Doesn't look that different. So whatever carving they did, 0 flaws in that woman. Right.
0.
I got to give you some money here. It is $1,000, a chance for you to go fund yourself. So listen closely and good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword BILLS at WMMS.com. That's BILLS. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Christina Applegate has gotten a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yay. And this is the first public appearance that she's made since her MS really kind of started to kick in. She made mention that this girl's been through the ringer, boy. She had breast cancer or something a few years ago. Yeah, and she just keeps getting knocked down and getting back up. She's married to Martina Lenoble, I think, who was the longtime bass player for Jane's, I think, or Porno for Pyro, something. And a couple of weeks ago, because she's getting ready to drop this last season of Dead to Me on Netflix, she publicly told people, I want you to be prepared for what I look like because I can't walk without a cane and I've put on 40 pounds. And so she was surrounded by friends and family at this Hollywood Walk. She's not infirmed. I mean, she's not, but Katie Seagal was standing next to her. She was Peg Bundy, of course, and she's standing next to her and kind of making sure that she stays vertical. Did you see this? You see any of this ceremony here?
I didn't see any of it, but I'm looking at it right now. But I'm looking at it, and she looks like she put on a little bit of weight, but she still looks
great.
like herself.
Christina Applegate. I'll play it for you here if you're watching the live stream.
The most important person in this world is my daughter. You are so much more. You are so much more than even you know. You are so beautiful and kind and loving and smart and interesting, and I am blessed every day that I get to wake up and take you to your school and do what I have. You are my everything. Thank you for standing beside me through all of this. Oh, by the way, I have a disease. Did you not notice? What? I'm not even wearing shoes.
Mm-hmm. So there she is. I thought she had like a grown daughter. Unless she was like, you're my best friend. Her daughter's 11. She's still a kid.
That's a lot of presumption for an 11-year-old. That kid could turn out to be a real dud.
Well, she's just saying right now.
Right now you're great. You could be a pill down the road, but what do I know?
At least she's got nice feet.
Yeah.
I guess.
Could you imagine getting your picture taken in front of your Walk of Fame star? And it's like, damn, she could have did something. Got a pedicure first.
She could have did something.
She could have did something.
God. Without flaws, Alan, you're smoking crack.
No, she's
Kardashians are disgusting. Kim's ass is gross. What are you, black?
Oh,
wow. Okay. Sheesh.
If only black men like Kim Kardashian, she wouldn't be as famous as she is.
Listen, I get what they're saying. I mean, they have a proclivity towards, rappers and ballers and
Probably
whatever.
got a little mean for talking like that.
But still, I happen to find Kim Kardashian to be endlessly attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Gorgeous. Like the cut of her jib.
But she's crazy short, though.
Who
my height.
cares?
She's 5'2".
She could be waist high. I'll like her
Crazy
even more.
short,
It's
as
not that
Poundcake
short.
would say. Crazy short.
Dead to Me is a garbage show.
It's so
Disregarding
good.
the
You're
MS,
such a
Christina
liar.
Applegate is a terrible actor. Boy, we got some people texting today with knives out. Yeah.
Is this the same person?
No, different people.
Oh,
We
wow.
got a handful of people who are having a bad day. And frankly, I'm happy to be your sounding board. Alan, we had a babysitter steal our Christmas gifts. Yeah, but they know who you are. So how did that work?
But think about
How would a
maybe that
babysitter
babysitter
steal?
needed 'em.
I'm going to
Yeah.
need to know more. How did the babysitter steal your Christmas gifts? You probably didn't get a sitter off Facebook or Nextdoor, depending on how long ago it was. Christina Applegate is still foxy AF, even if she looks like Amy Schumer. Ooh. Well, listen, it's a what do you want?
that was the meanest text yet.
Meanest one yet.
It was supposed to be complimentary.
By the way, speaking of, I'll connect it to Christina Applegate, but somebody turned me on to a great. It's fall, right? And all the things that come with fall, people go, let's go to the apple orchard. Let's do this. I love an apple. Somebody turned me on to the Apple Rankings website. Their tagline is, you've been eating trash.
Oh, goodness.
And they've officially ranked about 100 types of apple. The very top of the list starts with, they're called superb. The very bottom, which gets a score of 19, is referred to as vomitous filth.
Ew.
The Newtown Pippin apples, which they refer to, taste like Long Island sand-filled condoms.
Jeez.
So if you, listen, my favorite apple comes in at number 2, which made me very happy. 2? Yes.
Which
Honey
is?
Crisp apples.
Everyone loves a Honey Crisp.
Yes, because they're delicious.
My favorite, I'm
not an apple hipster.
Granny Smith girl. Through and through.
That ends
like
up
that
in
tart.
that ends up in yellow. Granny, does it or red? Granny Smith is at the very top of the red. Pure shrimp apples is what that section's called. Scores of 53, not worth eating. Granny
I love
Smith
Granny
apples.
Smith.
Granny
The
Smith.
only
I do
ones I'll eat.
too. I do too. The very, very top apple. Again, people can go to applerankings.com if they really want to. The greatest apple of all time is called a Sweet Tango apple. It gets a superb score of 93. I've never heard of that before.
I've had those. They're very good.
Yeah, but who put this together?
Don't ask.
Someone that doesn't like
Somebody
good
who
apples.
knows apples. Kanzi apples. I'd never heard of those before either, but I just saw them at Giant Eagle the other day. That's called the European Party apple. My wife is partial to pink ladies, by the way. Those are at the very bottom of the green. They score 80. And then you get into the yellow, which is mediocre. Your red is pure shrimp apples. That's where you're going to find Cameos and Granny Smiths and Fuji. See, I love a Fuji apple too.
As long as an apple's crisp, I don't like a
Mealy.
Macintosh.
No, or
is
like a
garbage.
gold. When I was a kid, we got red and golden delicious. It's like these people that are trying to convince me about the stupid apples that taste like grapes or some crap. They're called graples, I think. They sell them in the hard plastic clamshell. I go, I don't
want an
need
apple
fruit
now.
to taste like other fruit.
Right. I eat probably at least 3 green apples a week.
I'm always cutting up an apple for my daughter, always.
That's one fruit we always have in the house. Apples, bananas, and strawberries are almost
Yes.
95% of the time we have those in the house.
Because an apple a day,
Keeps the poop away.
pretty good.
What?
Oh, what?
The what?
What?
Keeps what poop away?
What? Whose poop?
Do you not want to poop?
What are you talking about?
Keeps the poop away.
No, this is exterior poop.
I pooped my
Oh, it's a
pants.
poop repellent.
I ate
Yeah.
too much corn.
Gotcha.
If you eat an
Exterior
apple,
poop.
there won't be other people's poop in your life.
Oh.
I have hot snakes, you guys.
What's hot snakes?
It's when the diarrhea comes out like a hot snake.
Andy!
I get hot snakes and bubble gut.
Andy, stop talking about hot snakes.
Very bottom of the red list here, Cortland apples, which I see a lot of. Those are referred to as a damp hacky sack. Red delicious apples are described as coffee grinds in a leather glove. And Arkansas black apples, which are called a teeth-shattering oddity. So anyway, AppleRankings.com. Whoever turned me on to that, you know my affinity for apples. You know, apples are called nature's candy.
No, they're not.
Are you certain?
No.
I'm very certain.
It smells like the devil pinched off a loaf in here.
Okay. Anywho, I've got a break. If you want to text 35192, AlanCoxShow.com is where you can watch the show. And wherever you are, you can listen on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS. The Buzzard connects.